Hello, everybody, and finally we have Raza Aziz with us from all the way Canada. Apologies that due to technical issues, mostly it's my fault, but Raza is here with us. Hi, Raza, how you doing? How you feeling?
I am doing phenomenal. Thank you so much for having me. And hey, what's technology without any tech issues, right? So here
No,
we are.
thanks for pointing it out where maybe I'm doing something wrong, but that will work for me in the future as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, can I ask you? Let's get started about I want to know. I'm really you are one of the person pioneer of me being here today actually since the last few months. That's why I'm in this business. I want to know who Raza Aziz is because I see you public speaker. I see you every day in a gym enthusiast. I also see you as a coach. You are loved by many people, thousands of people around the
Uh,
world. Who is Raza Aziz? Can you tell?
oh my gosh. Zafar, again, thank you so much. And thank you for your kind words. Raza is just a normal guy. I live here in Toronto, Canada, with my beautiful wife for 17 years and my
Wow.
daughter, who is 12 years old. I'm actually just outside the arena. She's swimming in there, and so I'm just outside right now.
Yeah, I can
But
see you're sitting in your car.
I am. That's right. So yeah. That's education wise. I mean, I did go to school. I barely got out of school. I wasn't really good as far as the academics are concerned. But landed up a job in a corporate company and did about 13 years in the corporate arena in human
Right,
resources.
right.
Had multiple roles during those years, the last one being in training and development.
Right.
So that's what my professional journey really that's how it started. And one of the things that happened for me, people always ask me is like, when did you make a transition to being from being an employee to being an entrepreneur? And
Mm-hmm.
you got to understand, first of all, entrepreneur to me is simply a mindset. I mean, you could be working in a corporate job, but have a very entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
And it's really about responsibility, accountability, initiative, and all of that stuff. That's what entrepreneurs do. We take problems and we solve them, right? That's
Mm,
what ultimately it's really all about. So
absolutely.
anyway, so one of the things that happened is when, I got married in 2005, and after we got married, I mean, I got
And
married to my wife to spend
sorry to
time with
interrupt.
her.
I believe your wife is from India as well. Is that correct?
My wife is from India, I'm from Pakistan.
MashaAllah.
So
Very good.
so yeah, so we put those two together.
You're
And our
our
daughter.
another Shoaib Malik, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And during cricket matches, we're very patriotic. So
Mm.
so
But
our
I've
daughter was
seen
born
public
here.
to public relationship, whether you are in Canada, USA, UK, uh, we are human beings and we connect with each other. It's a problems leave to political people and political side, but yeah, thank you very much. Right,
Yeah,
so carry on. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah. And something that you touched on, I mean, I've been privileged and blessed to have the opportunity to travel, all over Europe, North America, and Africa. And one of the things that I've found is just by connecting with other professionals and many other people, is just like, we're all just people, Zuffer. Like,
Yeah,
just like you mentioned, borders and religion and races, like all these things separate us. But ultimately,
exactly.
what we're trying to do is just make it happen for ourselves and for our families and for the things that are important to us. We're all common in that pursuit. So, yeah. So as I was saying, so when I got married to spend time with my wife, I realized both of us were just stuck going back and forth to our jobs, and
Yeah.
we would hardly have any time to spend together. Like we would have dinner and then go to sleep, and then following day do it over again. Weekends would go busy in chores. So I started asking all kinds of people, it's like, hey, how do you spend time together? Like, how often do you go on vacation? What's life all about, all that stuff. And during this research time of mine, a friend of mine handed me a book, and he's
Right.
like, you look like the kind of guy who should read this book. And I'll tell you, Zafar, that book just
Which
just blew my mind
can you tell
and
our viewers
changed
as
my
well
perspective.
what's the name of the book? Which book was
The
that?
book was titled Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh,
It's
Rich
by
Dad.
Robert Kiyosaki,
Fantastic.
and I highly recommend it. It will give you a new perspective
Hmm.
because traditionally I was not taught about ideas like business and entrepreneurship and passive income and having assets pay for your lifestyle. All of those things I was not taught those in school or in my house. So that really took me on a journey that ultimately here we are, right?
Oh, very good, very good. And can I ask another question from you? There? Who's your role model? Who did you
Was
follow?
my role model.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, at an early age, my dad really worked hard on me. And my dad was a tough guy. Tough guy in the sense like, he was, was either dad's way or no way kind of thing. So
I
he
think
was all and
most Pakistani dads are like that, aren't they?
yeah. Well, dad ingrained a lot of early things in me, right? I mean, I think the whole idea of this whole professional speaking as well was born way then because I remember him encouraging me to go and speak at our little community events and do
Hmm.
speeches and all of that stuff. So I think a lot of the early ideas came from there. He's the one who introduced me to Tony Robbins and his audio cassettes at a very early age. And of course, at that time, I didn't realize the importance of it, but it embedded certain things in me that allow me to continue to push through adversity and obstacles and struggles these days. So that's what I would say that in my early life, of course, my dad was there. My inspiration has always been my mom.
Right.
I believe my mom is one of the toughest women, toughest, resilient woman that
Right.
I have ever seen. My mom and dad divorced when I was 21. And so mom is the one who really looked after us and all of that stuff. So yeah, so those are my inspiration and role models
Right. Well,
initially.
thank you very much, Raza. And what do you actually classify as success? I see you in, as I mentioned, in a many roles. How do you become? I know you said about the speaker, but how do you become a business owner now, a digital business owner, whatever you call it, whatever you classify?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
classify yourself.
yeah. So answering your first part of the question, Zafar, I mean, success is there's a definition on it that I really resonate with, and that is success is a pursuit of a worthy cause.
Hmm.
And what that means, anything that you try to do and you accomplish it is success, whether that be in
Very
my
good.
own
Very good.
fitness goals, in my own nutrition goals, whether it's in my business. Of course, business I measure by revenue and cash flow and money coming in. That's how I measure. Fitness is measured by body fat percentage and muscle mass and all of that stuff. So success is really attempting to do something and actually succeeding at it. And
Hmm.
when we call somebody a success, well, in success in what arena? Because they could be great at business, but their relationship has fallen apart, right? So you have to ask this question: how do you classify success? So for me, success has always been a little bit holistic for me, and in the sense that even right now when I talk to people and I'm going to be working with them as a business coach or a mentor, one of my first things that I will tell them is you got to look after yourself,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely
this
right.
journey of being an entrepreneur, it
Hmm.
can be tough, can be rough, and it can take a toll. And if you're not healthy mentally, physically, and somewhat financially, you are going to get crushed in this journey. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the other side of this journey, once you have accomplished and you come to the other side, is just so well worth the effort.
From
Because
which point of view? When
today,
you say well worthy, from which angle?
yeah, so from the angle of, why do we go out there, and let's just say, why do we go out there and make money, right?
Hmm.
Most people are taught and lean on getting a job, and nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've been there myself. The whole idea is that we are making money so that we can provide for our families, so that we can save for our future, and live a comfortable lifestyle, support maybe the causes that are important to us. Well, that part, that never changes. The only thing is, traditionally speaking, most of us go towards a job, and a job is possibly one of the least effective ways of making money. I'll tell you why. Is because you are tied with your time.
Hmm. Yeah.
And a mentor of mine challenged me a long time ago, and he said that money is simple to make, time and opportunity you cannot make back.
Yeah.
He
Absolutely.
said if you
That was
compare
gonna
those
be my
two.
next question. Who is your mentor? Who brought you
Who's
to
my mentor?
this space? Yeah.
See, I have mentors in many different arenas. I mean, when I went into the speaking world, I had a mentor who taught me that. I had a mentor who taught me the world of sales.
Hmm.
My mentors who brought me into this business really picked me up when I was a little bit shaken. Shaken in the sense that times had changed. I had to reinvent myself. And this couple, their names are Roger and Renee. Their
Hmm.
ad popped up on my news feed, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, I just got caught on that in that ad, and that led me on an online digital entrepreneur journey, and ultimately got to this point here.
Right, and that brings my next question actually in regards to the business. Many people ask me this question. They say, "Oh, what is this? Is it an MLM scheme? It is some kind of you getting more people and more people, and they get more people. If you, why not I ask this question from
Yeah,
the best, who knows,
yeah,
who's been
to
here
the
long,
best.
and you can tell what is your duration to be in this business. What
Sure.
is this business actually?
Yeah, I've been in the business for about 18 months now.
Hmm.
So it really all started after the pandemic hit. March 2020, I was in California. I did my last speaking gig over there. And then when I came back, borders were shut down, everything was shut down. And
Right.
because my work was dependent on travel and, events, all that stuff, it all came to a complete halt. And that's when I had to think about reinventing myself in a new way for this new way of living. So talking about the business, throughout my travels, one of the things is I've had exposure to a lot of business models, a lot of business professionals as well. You make money in business. And by the way, that kind of question generally comes from people who are not educated in different business models. Um,
No, no
so
offense, no
because
offense to educated people. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no. Educated in this particular, like they haven't had the opportunity to see
Yeah.
multiple business
Right.
models. So in business, you make money when products are sold.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly.
Period.
Thank you.
Right? If there is no product, if there's no service, like there's nothing being offered and just the money is circulating, that's when you get into these schemes, and pyramid schemes are called, and all the whole bunch of things, right? Ponzi schemes, like that's money circulating without any product or service attached to it. So when
Right.
somebody is doing their due diligence, one of the things that I always say to them, you want to identify how is it that you make money,
Hmm.
because making money by quote unquote just bringing people in doesn't work, right? That's not, there has to be some sort of product sales. If I am, if I'm a real estate agent, and I help Zafar, I help you buy a house. When that transaction takes place, the money from that house, I get a cut on the commission as a real estate agent,
Yeah.
right? Now, by the way, let's just say that I become a real estate broker now. And now can build my own team of real estate agents, right?
Hmm.
So now I'm recruiting agents now who want to work under my umbrella, who want to work, who want my guidance, who want my help and everything like that. Well, just to bring them into my organization, into my real estate brokerage, I'm not going to make money. There's no money to be made, right?
Hmm.
They have to go out there and sell or buy, help their clients buy or sell houses. And then when that money comes in as a broker, I get a piece as well. So far, so good.
Yeah. So how do you
Yeah.
recruit those people? Do you ask your friends, a family, or is it an automated process? I'm sure many people would like to know that.
That's no, bugging your friends and family, that exists in every business model.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to work with many authors in the past, and those authors, when they go and create their coaching businesses, one of the first market that they tap into is their friends and family.
Right.
And because that's just the circle that
Yeah.
we don't work that way.
Yeah.
We really leverage two big pieces of technology these days, and for anybody looking to do business, these are the two things that you must absolutely learn and implement. And that is, number one is social media marketing, and number two, online advertising.
Mhm.
So these are the two arenas that we learned to leverage. I mean, I did not know about it. I don't know about you, Zafar, but I did not have a
No.
business know-how of how to use it, right?
To be honest,
Um,
Raza, I have been in IT over nearly 30 years, and I didn't learn these things what I've learned in last 2 months.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's my answer to you.
People always think that online businesses or digital business is all about technology, or I'm not tech savvy or anything like that. It's not even about that.
Yeah.
On the other side of business, it's all about relationships,
Yeah. I hope
right?
I'm not making you late
So,
to pick up your daughter as well. I'm conscious of that, but
yeah,
that that brings me to the final question. What would be your advice for anybody, any layman? What is your advice? Is this something you don't need to make a lot of effort? Because I hear that you need to work 3 to 4 hours a day. Some people take it a wrong idea and think, oh, from very start, just I will work 3 4 hours a day and money will start pouring in. So can you give me a little bit, your from your experience, how it is, how it works, what's your routine? Maybe that would be
yeah,
better.
yeah. So you have to learn to be efficient with your time. There's no easy money anywhere, right? Like that's just doesn't exist. There's always risk. There's always time and energy and effort that needs to be put into place. Most of my time goes, my business is at a point right now that most of my efforts are in when I sit down to work, 2 hours a day on my business, I'm really looking at my ads, looking at how they're performing. Maybe I need to create new content. I create my content on Facebook on a regular basis, create my stories. I connect with other mentees that are working with me, other people that I'm coaching. I'm working with them, speaking to them on the phone. So there's a lot of leadership and a leadership development aspect to it, and content generation. Those are the kind of activities that I'm engaged in.
Hmm.
A lot of people have a concern about, oh, I don't know, I don't want to sell. First of all, there's nothing wrong with selling. I enjoy selling, but this business doesn't require me to do the selling, right? Because the system is designed efficiently that anybody without any sales experience can leverage the system so the system does the selling.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the selling, right?
Right.
That's the whole idea.
Right. Thank you very much, Radha. Much appreciated your time, and do apologize again for the technical issues.
Oh, it's
But
okay.
thank you, and hopefully we're going to be speaking a lot more. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Zafar, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye bye.